What's up, guys? It is week 6 out of surgery, and things are moving very, very smoothly. This vlog is going to be a lot more serious. Not a lot more serious, more focused. More focused, I would say. As part of one of the projects that I'm doing at the end of my college career, I am in a class called Critical Emotional Studies. And essentially what we do is we focus on what's truly behind the emotions that we feel and why we feel them, and stuff like that and so on from there. And so I wouldn't say luckily, but because of this injury to my ACL, I have chosen to do my project on the emotions that you feel behind snowboarding. So because of that, we're just going to get right into like the bulk of my presentation and what it really talks about. And the main thing that I focused on was fear, as the culture of fear and how it pertains to the performance of an athlete, and throughout the rest of your life after a debilitating injuries such as ACL reconstruction or anything like that, or what have it be. And also how using that fear, not just from injury, but just the fear in general, how you can use it as motivation, and how you can use it to progress the sport, and essentially the power structures behind it and all that stuff too. For the video though, I wanted to keep it pretty personal. I talk about a lot of it in an article that I will put the link up to as well. But yeah, on a more personal level, I mean, like I said, I'm 6 weeks out of surgery now. Sorry about the light, we're coming from my office again. But yeah, so 6 weeks out of surgery now. The mental state has gotten much, much better. The first 2 weeks of surgery are absolutely brutal. After surgery, sorry. And excuse me. And once you get past those 2 weeks, it's kind of an even more of a struggle. The mental battle is pretty severe, in just getting out of bed in the morning. Depending on where they take for your surgery to give you the new ACL. For me, they took my quad, so I had no control over my leg. So getting up in the morning was terrifying. I had to call somebody in there to come pick up my leg for me, walk me to the kitchen, take me wherever I needed to go. I needed their help with every step because I had no feeling for the first 3 weeks. That being said, once I hit the 4-week mark, it was kind of started to become a scary thought that I was going to be able to snowboard again, in the way that I didn't want to re-injure my leg again, because I'd already reflected on how brutal and how excruciating these past few weeks were, and that to me was one of the scariest things ever, because if I were to hit a jump like I did when I injured myself, then that'd really be, and crash, then that'd be debilitating. That would crush me again. For everybody who doesn't know, I tore my ACL riding in the Burton US Open in Vail on March 3rd, 2017. I hit a jump that I've hit numerous times in my lifetime, just had a little bit too much speed, landed flat, and my knee kind of came down, it buckled and went backwards, and I tore my ACL, my lateral meniscus, and put a small fracture in my femur. But past that now, we're at the 6-week mark. I've gotten taken out of my big brace that's about the size of my entire leg, put into a smaller CTI brace, a lot sleeker. I can wear pants now. First time I'll be able to wear jeans in almost 2 months. And yeah, the fear is still there, but I have definitely seen how the snowboarder's mind, my mind, transfers this fear into this motivation. I notice it at physical therapy, where if I'm scared to do something new, like for example the single leg press, even with the assistance of the machine, using the single leg press is terrifying. So for the first 2 goes, it's scary. And then once you get past that initial go and my mind almost goes into a realm or a dream to where I can picture myself snowboarding again. And because it's such a true passion and because I love this culture so much, then I can push through that and use that as progression in my own health and to get my knee back to the 100%. And I just work through that every single day. Every time I'm at the gym, every time I'm walking, if I feel scared about taking a bigger step, stop for a moment, think about it, know that damage has already been done and it's fixed now. It can be redone, but if I'm cautious and aware, then nothing can really go wrong. And so that's part of what I really focus on in my article is that this fear is motivation and this culture of snowboarding and how we all transfer out. Every snowboarder transfers this fear into so many other things that push the sport, push themselves, keep them at this top level. They use this as a dynamic for the power structure to stay at the top of your game. Know that you're to keep being the alpha dog out there and competing and winning contests. And it truly is. It's a thing of its own. It's a mind of its own. This fear in everybody's body, and how you counter it. That being said, I don't want to go into too much detail because I did write an entire article about it, but just wanted to leave a little personal note for the vlog. This one probably won't be too long as compared to the other ones where we go to physical therapy and all that stuff, and you guys follow me and my friend Chris. But yeah, guys, just focus on that fear. You can use it in your everyday life too. Every little things, just job interviews, stuff like that. And also just be humble about it. Don't think that you can just overcome everything super fast and you're the top of the game. Just because you feel top of the game doesn't mean that you're at that top of the game level right away. And yeah, we'll see you next time.